Mosa, and your boy, yours truly, Cryptic Conga. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, you have yours truly on the mic speaking, and these names and this team right here builds the Gender Blender in the LMP studios here on a Tuesday night. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? How you doing tonight? We got a few special surprises, a few special guests. Manito in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, without further due notice, we will start.
The bass.
Welcome everybody to Gender Blender.
Yeah.
It is the last show of the season.
Wow.
Not the season, the year, because we don't go by season. We're every week thing.
Pretty much.
So welcome to Gender Blender, everybody. We're here.
Welcome.
We express our side on the gender divide. So
I like that.
You like that?
Kinda catchy.
It's kind of sexy.
Yeah.
If you have noticed, we got in our budget enough money to actually get a nice little banner. Un aplauso al banner. And as you can see, next to M. Sosa, officially part of the Gender Blender family, we have Natalia in the building. Welcome, Natalia, to the show.
Gracias.
Yes, and it's Manny's birthday or something else. Yo, we got a loaded show.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Real quick, I'm not seeing anything on the live feed. I know we have a 15-second delay, but I am delayed as hell. I haven't even, my bad. See, that happens when we're live.
Entonces,
But we live though.
Fine, we live.
We live.
Y los nervios, mija, dime. ¿Te va a comer el dedo entero?
We got a little cuñadito, you know what I'm
Deja esa vaina así. Ahorita, ya, está comiéndote los dedos.
Before we start the show, I always like to start the show by saying that the views and opinions expressed here at Gender Blender are those solely of each host of this show and do not reflect the views and opinions of Lo Máximo Productions, LMP Studios, or their affiliates.
Nosotros nada más usamos este espacio aquí.
This is, yes, we only occupy this spot, but this no way, shape, or form is our views, those of Lo
si
Máximo.
hablamos burrada es por nosotros, no por ellos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we got the
Ya, coño, muchacho, tuviste que cumplir 50 para hablar,
Estoy en la vaina hoy. Voy a hablar como una cotorra.
Chequenle ese agua que está bebiendo, es verdad.
Ese es el Magic Potion.
Felix Paredes says happy birthday, Manny. Thank you.
Thank you.
Se le Paredes de lo mío.
Thank you.
So now that nice. So now that we got the legalities out the way and Lo Máximo Productions is off the hook from all the bullshit we say.
Sí.
You know
exacto.
who's not off the hook?
Well, who?
Oh, what?
Caro, what's her name?
Oh.
Carol, the girl?
Yeah,
Carol
the-
ran away?
Carol what?
Sanchez. Carol Sanchez.
Carol Sanchez. So Carol Sanchez
No
is.
relation to the
Splu, if you
Sanchez
just give
in
us a
my
little
family.
zoom real quick, if you don't mind. Everybody already saw the banner.
Eso está hecho, papi, que tú tienes un delay.
Oh, I
Eh,
gotta stop acting like that.
Sí.
She was slow.
So, yes, Carol
pero
Sanchez.
hay delay, yo estoy por muchacho. Ahí se te vio un moco, ahí tú sabes, deja que la gente vea.
Que Moza, pásale
digo
los papeles a Cryptic para que le empiece a mover como el...
No.
Speaking of being off the hook, Carol Sanchez. If you guys aren't from New York City, something that made real big headlines last night was Carol Sanchez, a 16-year-old teenager from Dutchess County, was visiting family in the Bronx, in the Melrose section of the Bronx, and she got kidnapped in front of her mother, terrifying as fuck. We're not gonna lie. Everybody, this really captivated us locally. It captivated the nation.
No, asustó
To
a
be
todo el
honest,
mundo.
it was in every social media
Hasta yo
outlet.
estaba asustado porque tú sabes que
Literally
yo...
everyone was posting
Van y se
it.
llevan a
Yo soy
That's the first
lindo.
thing I woke
Ay,
up to.
sí, se lo comen.
It was crazy. So the world was happy, or the states were happy when the Amber Alert was lifted because she was found 18 hours later or 12 hours later.
Right.
Allegedly, she showed up at a relative's home in the Bronx.
But do you know why she did it? Though?
But that's the thing. Yeah, we'll get to that. But
okay.
But this got a lot of raw emotion, a lot of raw feelings. I had a talk with my daughter. I sent my daughter the story. I said, listen, I told my daughter, when you're outside, get off your phone. If this happens to a 16-year-old in front of her mother, God forbid anything can happen to you or your friends.
Of course.
So, it got me into that talk with my daughter, always reminding her. My daughter lives in a very dangerous part of Queens. So, long story short, Manny, you have something else to say. So why did she do? What was the motive for this?
It seems apparently she has a very strict mother. She was tired of being, I guess, locked down and whatever. And on top of that, I guess the mother was trying to move her back to Honduras because that's where they're from.
I thought she was Dominican.
No, she's from Honduras.
Okay.
And
Una dominicana ahora mismo en la noticia había visto una madre dominicana acaba de matar y estrangular su hija por hablarle mentira.
No tuviera viva ahora mismo.
Esto y más a las 11.
But see, that's the thing. She tried to basically move her back to Honduras, and she wasn't having that.
Right.
Imagina, the girl that was born here to go to a strange country, even though that is your roots.
Right.
But isn't that like an old school mentality? Didn't our Dominican... Listen, let me tell you a funny story.
My parents did that when I was
The threat.
16.
The big threat.
Exactly.
I was 17 years old. I was dating a 15-year-old at the time, right? Back in high school. Her
Rocking
mother...
the cradle. Rocking the
Pero
cradle.
a ti está bueno darte una
Pero
golpeada,
cállate,
y
it was
abusador.
illegal. Yo, her mother sent us to the Dominican Republic para que no se revelara, because I was a dick in high school. So she sent us
I
to
never
get-
noticed, by the way.
Yo,
I never noticed.
She came back. She came back with 2 kids. Vino preñada. So does that really work? Sending your kids to a different
No,
country?
ella volvió
Does that really
peor.
work?
Really.
That-
Really.
that's-
I'll tell you, I
Ella
went to
volvió
the Dominican
peor.
Republic when I was 16, and they put us in an American school. All these kids in the school were just running wild.
Ivan got something to say. Even though Ivan's
Some
off
of
the
them,
bunch
their
of guys.
parents weren't even there. They just lived with the maid and whoever, because in Santo Domingo.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You got a couple dollars all of a sudden.
Exactly.
En Santo Domingo nada más contar que tú mandes dinero por ese muchacho hasta el vecino.
Yeah.
No, yo me quedo con él, mándalo.
¿Qué dice Iván?
Chacho,
¿Qué
comer
dice Iván?
yaniqueque y agua el día entero, loco. Oye, no, para que me le dé un arrocito. ¿A quién?
Sí, ya él comió.
Ya él comió, muchacho, se dio unas alturas. ¿Qué fue lo que tú comiste? Atrévete a hablar con arroz con pollo. Sabiendo que unas alturas yaniqueque con pan que se ha dado.
Ivan, what you got to say? Ivan got something to say.
It's funny because that used to be a threat back then. Like, si
yeah.
te portaba mal,
¿Tú quieres que yo te mande para Santo Domingo, eh?
Ajá.
Chacho, la porra, pórtate bien para yo no mandarte para allá.
and then you was like, what? I'm gonna go over there on vacation?
I never understood that shit,
Yo voy a
Ivan. I
coger
never understood that
vacaciones, yo
shit.
me voy a seguir portando mal. ¿Cuándo me van a mandar?
Y peor que tú no estás allá, que tú no me vas a poder ver.
Nah, but no, like I know like 2 people that they didn't behave y lo mandaron para allá. And when I met them again, they had like a whole daycare of kids. I'm like, what the hell? happened?
Like the girl I was dating, she came back with kids. So Natalia, I'm
Esa
gonna
sucia.
pose a question to you. How does this affect like those people who are truly kidnapped? Like, what's your opinion on the negative effects that somebody pulling this type of hoax could?
Well, I mean, we're generally concerned for these cases. And so when you literally wake up and you're worried about this girl, like literally everyone on my feed was just posting it, and yo estaba tan preocupada, super
No, todo el
worried.
mundo.
And
That
then
was
to
trending
find out-
topic.
Yeah, and then to find out that it's fake, it's like, okay, should I even pay attention to the next one? And unfortunately, I think that's what we're gonna start seeing now. I mean, this is not the first time. There was that guy not so long ago that he faked his beating too for attention. It's
Justice
like,
Smollett.
That's a
Smollett,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like,
Ese se merecía una golpeada de verdad.
es así. Y esta chamaca también for
For
doing it.
nothing.
Yeah.
Because she
No,
woke me up.
esta merece que, mira, la dejen, coño, sin comer 3 días, pero yo no
She
dije
woke
eso.
me up. I was supposed to sleep until 12. My alarm was at, o sea, yo ni siquiera tenía alarma. And the Amber Alert thing woke me up at 10.
Yeah, come on.
That's 2 hours, young lady. You know, like, hours
Fucking my
of my sleep. And then to find out that it's
I hope
all
she's
fake.
seen this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I hope
hope
this,
you are.
this makes her feel
Esa
bad.
pela que te van a dar a ti.
Not that she had the city on fire.
No,
No.
No.
She
That
wanted
she
to get-
woke Natalia up.
Exactly.
A whole 2 hours.
She wanted to get her mom upset. She got a bunch of people upset.
Oh, she
And the
definitely
worst
got
part
that
of it,
right.
the worst part of it is that now people are going to be a little bit more when they see those you know,
Exactly.
especially, and the thing that gets me pissed off is that, yo, we're in the Bronx.
You know,
Like-
I don't know if I'm bad. This might sound
You
hard
are
No,
bad.
you don't know.
because I have 2 daughters, but every time I hear Amber Alert and I see the ages in between like 15 to 18, y que
It
Dios me
sucks.
perdone, but I'll be
Well,
like, esa
18,
chamaquita está
18.
rapando por
I don't think
ahí.
18 doesn't qualify. It's
Esa
like
chamaquita está con
17.
un novio.
18.
Because
Yeah.
they always aparecen. Sadly, yes, there's stories que no. But yo, I've seen it happen. Like high school, yo, there was many times que la policía hasta fue a la escuela buscando. Después resulta,
They
oh,
hiding at somebody's
fulanita, ¿dónde tú estabas? Oh, nah, I got this boyfriend, que tú y lo otro. He 20 years
Right.
old, he got his own apartment. Y mire, muchacha, eres diablo, y tú tenías todo el mundo aquí. Y tú cogiendo gusto por ahí.
So imagine all those cops going crazy, buscando esta muchachita.
No,
Y ella
it's true.
siga, you know, sleeping comfortably.
But I guess he did it because of attention. Because I guess, again, the strict mother. But there's other
That's
ways.
not the
Coño,
way.
pero
I
qué
don't
modo.
think- I honestly don't think she thought the whole thing.
She
through,
didn't.
and
No.
that's why she went back. Cause she was like, okay, now what do I do?
But she was dropped off at a park, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I heard that she
She's-
walked herself into the police
Well,
station.
the story was that she
I
got
think- I
dropped
think it
off
got-
at the
it got-
park and then she walked
She
to a
realized how
relative's
big it
house.
got. And then she
No,
was like,
ahora yo
oh.
quisiera saber de
All I know is
verdad.
that she thought this, and then she was like, now what?
I want to know where she was really at. Like,
I want to know what's happening to her right now.
No,
I
like,
think-
just think about this. Like, you sat 4 dudes down and
4 dudes.
thought this was a great plan. Right? And then you got 4 people there thinking
No.
like, yo, we're about to do this.
There's
Because
4 other
obviously
idiots.
there's
So
no
now
money
4
involved.
kids are also going to go to
No
DR.
money
Right? There's
And
no
Honduras.
money involved. So now tú tienes 5 vidas perdidas because si es por mí, they're about to catch these hands. Like I was worried. You know,
Yeah.
I almost posted it on my Instagram.
Almost.
almost.
I was-
Casi, casi.
It's just like, yo, ¿dónde está la cabeza de esta juventud? 4
Right.
cabezas no pudieron
Good
decir, you know
question.
what, that's not it, I'm not involved with that.
Not one of them thought.
Now-
Imagine
one
they
of
were
them.
like, oh, that's a great idea. She going to get real scared. You ain't going nowhere.
We're gonna be
Yeah,
famous.
exactly.
We go,
I bet
She'll
you they all
reconsider.
sat there and said, we're gonna be famous. Yeah,
She'll
you
reconsider.
famous,
She'll
alright?
reconsider.
That's crazy.
But I am curious to find out what's going to happen next.
Obviously, they're gonna
Stay
press
tuned.
charges.
Yeah, they're gonna.
are.
Yeah, no.
What happens is that all that just to distract us from the fact that 6ix9ine is coming out of jail.
Ah, that is true. That is true. Diablo, mira como, oye, lo que está en el cuarto, ¿eh?
So she was talking about her upbringing, her raising, right? That's basically she's being raised by a strict mother. Which leads me to our next topic. We're not going to touch much on it because we got Manito, we got to interview him, but we do want to talk about relationships. And the relationships and being with somebody who has a small child. Whether you're a woman that gets into a relationship with a single dad, or a man that gets into a relationship with a single mom, or vice versa, a man who, whatever. If you get into a relationship and this other person has a child, and say, for example, you're helping raise this child from age 1 to age 13, and the relationship ends, are you guys indebted to the child? Do you have a responsibility to that child? And if so, what kind of responsibility?
Ese chamaquito se va con su mamá. Ya, ya nos dejamos que yo tengo que chacho no es mío. Yo estaba en amor y
But
chuleo.
you also have to understand, you started when he was 1 year old.
Ajá.
Okay.
¿Cuántos años tiene ahora?
13.
13. No, that's my son. That's my son.
The
Your son.
father,
That's my son.
aka sperm donor, is not in the kid's life.
No, that's my son.
No.
In
Okay.
that case, yeah, pero di que
But
yo
that-
dure
but that's
2
what I'm
años y
saying.
el moco se
Criado,
va,
no.
ya. You
It's
ain't gonna
kind
remember my
of
name.
fucked up if you think about it. If you go and you trick this kid from 1 to 13, granted, you haven't adopted him, you haven't done the legal proceedings or whatever, but for you to just pick up and leave because you just dead it with the wife, with the
Yeah.
woman, that's gonna leave a scar on that kid. That's gonna be
Yeah, but is that
damaged.
really your fault or the
No,
mom's
no,
fault?
no. But in a way, it is because you know what? You already established a relationship with that kid.
Okay.
Okay, it's something that if I was to date a girl and her kid was 9 years old, and I leave when he was 11, that's a different story.
Yeah.
That kid already knows, okay, this dude just came in, he's messing with my mom.
I get it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But it's 1 year old.
You're the only father figure he
That's
knows.
all
and
he
seen.
knows. So for you to
that's
pick
your
up
kid.
and leave on the simple fact that you're not with the mother anymore, that's, to me, I'm sorry, to me that's wrong.
So
To
there
me,
should be
that's
an
wrong.
emotional connection at least to the child.
It's,
I
it's a
expected
connection,
it.
regardless of whether it's emotional, financial, whatever. It's,
Yeah.
it's
I
a
disagree
connection.
on the financial part.
Not necessarily financial, but okay.
That's
So
not-
I literally lived this with my mom and my stepdad, and like it took a long time for me to even accept that he was my stepdad and everything. He was like trying to get me to, you know, love him and accept him for who he was. And literally, as I was, él peleó con mi mamá, and I took his side. Like I even, you know, was like, Mom, like get with him. Like he's like our person.
Yeah, the
etc.
patriarch.
And then the dude bounced. He had a fight with my mom, and I did not hear from him. Y esa cosa, oye, yo le
It hurt. How
coraje
did
ese
you
hombre.
feel? Like anger,
Anger.
abandonment, everything?
I acquired
How
the
old were you
parents-
when this happened?
So, I met him since I was like 1.
You-
And when I was in college was that it all kind of like blew up. And then when he used to get upset, he'd also stop calling my sister, who's his daughter.
Okay.
So, that got me pissed.
And we really picked this topic without
Really
even
pissed.
knowing that Natalia went through this shit, which is
Dude.
crazy. So
So
So don't do that, guys. Don't do it. It
I
sucks.
mean,
Karma's a bitch too.
granted,
Yeah.
not the financial part maybe, but just for you to just be in that kid's life for so long and
Yeah.
for you just pull the blankets right from under him.
Or like
on
just acknowledging that-
you're not my kid. I'm out.
But you
But
have to
probably-
realize
It wasn't just one
there's people who are
relationship.
going to do that because even in your case, he had a biological daughter who he did the same thing to.
so he was just
So
a
it's in
dick.
your character. If you are just that type of person, it doesn't matter who the child is. It doesn't matter.
Right.
There's just those type of people. They
That's-
just don't care. They just don't have that emotional intelligence to realize that you formed a part of this person's life. You can't just pick up and go.
No, of course
They
not.
don't realize the damage. Either they've been hurt, so they're doing it. They don't know any better.
It's irreparable
You
damage.
can't give what you don't have. So if
Exactly.
you were abandoned as a kid, you will repeat. It's a hard cycle to
Damn,
break.
that's that.
But that's what
that hits
then.
home.
Like your
It's a hard
baggage is
cycle to
affecting that
break.
kid's life now.
Yeah.
Because for example, when I was like, I didn't trust nobody
No,
that came into my life.
that breaks you.
But hey, whatever. Thanks for making me stronger, dude.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, we're going to
Yeah. But yeah, with that being said, so we all agree there should be at least be an emotional connection.
Yeah.
Right?
And just because you finished the one with the mom doesn't mean you gotta finish it with
No, of course
the
not.
kid you raised.
Exactly.
That's good. So on
No.
that note, I hope everybody in the chat agrees. In the chat, should we at least have an emotional connection with the child? I say yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Emotional. You can't.
Everybody,
Absolutely.
we all in agreement?
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna take a quick 1 minute break. When we come back, we got Comedian of the Year in the house.
That would be you.
Premios Primavera Comediante del Año.
Thank you.
Ivan Manito is gonna talk to us about his upcoming on the social media platform, how he got his beginnings. To my understanding, when I met Ivan, he didn't even want to be a comedian. So we'll let him tell us about that.
Do you need
and
some
how
tissues?
Ivan Manito came
Do you
about.
need-
We'll
you
be
need some
right back.
Tissues?
Yo, una funda de H&M que hay por ahí. Chacho, hay más romo que el diablo en esa funda, coño. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching the Gender Blender Show. As always, ladies and gentlemen, we got the best vibes, best dopest vibes, 8 to 10, LMP Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, in 5, 4.
The bass.
Welcome back to Gender Blender. We can't hear you.
On the break.
Oh.
We'll deal with it later.
By the way, everybody, y'all got to hear a little behind the scenes conversation because Sploo decided to leave his mic on, but it's all good because we're raw and we're live. It don't matter. We ain't talking about nothing. Y'all already know we got special guests coming next year. That was one of the surprises, but fuck it. Yeah, we're going to say it later. Anyway, regardless of the fact, we got Ivan Manito in the building!
Yes.
Right there, camera's right there. There you go. Welcome, Ivan Manito.
Y'all see that, man?
Saw this on the video.
I'm going to start off by saying, not only is Ivan Manito a personal friend of mine, Ivan Manito, I am a big fan of yours, and I say that genuinely. There's the personal level of our friendship, but then there's me being a fan. So, with that being said, give us a quick breakdown. How did Ivan Manito come about? Because you're known by a different name. You have a real government name, which I'm not going to be at liberty to say.
No, it's Cesar.
All right. We all
My full name is Cesar Iván Castillo Aristi Sánchez.
Exactly.
¡Ñéquete!
¿Y la cédula?
Y la cédula.
Ese nombre.
Pero no como Sancocho. Like, with that name, like, you have Sancocho all over it. Like, those are the people that eat Sancocho.
Yeah. So tell us, how did...
So I started, if I could remember, I can't remember exactly, but my dad was telling me he was coming from, and my mom was waiting for him in a lingerie. And then they kind of got...
Oh, no, not that. No,
okay.
we want to know how the character Ivan Manito came about. Not Cesar Castillo.
Okay.
We want to know how Ivan Manito came about.
Oh, Dios.
That's what my dad was telling me, like, yo, I went in that day.
No, Ivan, we need the where did Ivan Manito start? Not Cesar.
Nos acostamos dos, levantamos tres. Pero tres que nos levantamos ese día. Yo, oh. Now, so I used to work at Bronx, Lebanon. I used to be a phone operator there, right?
Okay.
And it got boring. So I used to, Tommy was the only person doing stand-up locally.
Tommy who?
Tommy 5000.
Okay.
Tommy
Shout
Peña.
out to Tommy.
Yeah.
T5K.
El Goli.
El Goli. So he had Presidente. So on Wednesday it was lit. They had a dope menu. Con 20 pesos. Tú comías alita y bebías, muchachos.
Yeah, my Miss Presidente.
Oye.
165 in Broadway.
Hasta chuleaba. Así de. So I kept going, and you know, I met Tommy there, and you know, I gave him props, like, yo, everything that you're doing is dope. You're the only Spanish person doing it. You know, keep doing it. And I kept coming back. And one day, I got drunk because I got fired. Finally. So I'm like, you know, estoy bebiendo.
You reached your New Year's goal.
Yeah. So I'm drinking, and Tommy says that, yo, if you have a joke, you know, come tell it. I'll give you a drink. I'm like, I got a joke. You estoy bebiendo.
Yeah.
Right? So I
all
go,
the courage needed right there.
I tell the joke, and everybody loved the joke. I'm like, oh shit, yo estoy borrachísimo. Like, you know? So I'm like, I look at Tommy like, where's my drink? And he comes back and he tells another joke in English. I'm like, that's not what we agreed on. You know, so now I had to tell another joke, and I told another joke in English, and everybody received it well. So I'm like, yep, yo estoy dao. And, you know, I just stood there. He never gave me the drink. So I was like, all right. You know, I would pull me to the side. He's like, yo, you done this before? I'm like, nah, bro, this is me being me. You know, this is what I do. Like, this, I'm the Joker. Like, this is my regular, I'm being me. So, oh, that's dope. What's your thing? So he got my Instagram or whatever, you know. And then I started following him there. Oye,
bárbaro.
Like, I already knew about him and everything that he was doing, pero yo no le iba a seguir.
Oye, yo soy fanático grandísimo, loco. Yo, what's your Instagram?
You know, yo seguí. So I started following him, and, you know, I went home, and I was drunk. So I was like, oof. So like a las 9 me levanto mía, and I see a DM. I'm like, DM, ¿qué me está mandando DM? And it's Tommy, like, yo, you did really good. I'm doing a 7-week contest. Would you like to be part of it? I'm like, claro, loco, yo no
¿Tú borracho todavía?
Yeah. A las 9 de la mañana.
Oh, pues tú no te has dado humo tan fuerte, así que levanta borracho.
I go pee. I pee everywhere but the toilet. You know, I come back. Me levanto como a la 1:00 I'm like, coño, yo estaba en el teléfono. Now look, and I read the conversation. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, yo, dame tu número. So I call, like, loco, yo no puedo hacer esa vaina. Tú estás loco. He's like, no, loco, tú das para eso. I'm like, nah, bro, yo estaba borracho. Y estaba borracho todavía esta mañana. So that's why I agreed on it. Pero tú para eso, yo no puedo hacer esa vaina. Está loco, my fault. Ya yo te puse en el flyer. I'm like, what?
Oh, man.
De que se checa la página. I'm already on the page with a flyer. I'm like, where this nigga get a picture from? So I'm like, nah, estoy involucrado. Estoy involucrado. So he's like, yo, just write.
Where does he get this picture from?
Yeah. Like, he's like, yo.
I sent it to him.
Yeah. Escribe 3 minutos, you'll be fine. I'm like, vamos a tener que beber otra vez. So I went and I won all 7 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was scary. Even to this day, it's scary because like the every week that I went, ya me conocían en Wendy's because every time before going up, I got so nervous that I had to use the bathroom.
Oh.
So ya me tenían mi llave en el Wendy a cruzar la calle. But it was dope because the contest kept bringing people. Like week 7, you didn't even have a stage.
Right.
It was just you and the mic, and the people were literally like handshake away.
That's
so
amazing.
after that, then we went. He gave me like a tour. Five different states, boroughs or whatever. We went to Connecticut. We did good everywhere, but
That's
it was
dope.
like it wasn't El Presidente. But you know, I did all right. Connecticut, we went to Long Island. I did with Roberto. I met Edgar, and then from there, I was like, all right, that's just dope. And then it's like everybody's doing this Instagram thing, right? So I'm like, I'll try it. So I did a couple of videos, and I'm like, you know, I like dark comedy. I like to be like mess up with people. So that's where I got the bottle service video from.
I remember that. I remember when that
So
video
I remember
hit.
like I posted that video on a Sunday at 7 o'clock. Y
Okay.
todavía el miércoles el teléfono estaba acabando. I was like, all right, so I guess I'm doing this too.
Yeah.
So I just kept swimming from there. At one point I was like, is this what I really want to do? I was like, I ain't got no job. ¿Qué tengo más? You know?
Yeah.
Might as well.
That's great. Yeah, well, my favorite.
I got a question for Ivan, right? Now, did you think at any point when you started this that you would actually make money out of this?
I didn't. And that's the funny thing because that's like, I was like, the more I got, the more broke I am. Even till this fucking day. Sorry, I don't know if you curse.
Hey, we good, man. We grown, bro.
Sorry. Even till this day, like I just got Comedian of the Year, and that shit fits in my pocket porque ahí no hay nada. ¿Tú me entiendes? But it was hard because now tú tienes que aprender cómo usar un público y tratar que ese público te genere dinero en una plataforma que no te paga.
Yeah.
¿Tú me entiendes? So now, if you're on Instagram, you become a billboard, which is pretty much, you know,
Right.
where people, when you
Advertise.
drive, you know, they place their advertisement there. And that's pretty much what we became. So after one point, the only way to getting money was through stand-up. So you had to tell the public, like, oye, estamos aquí en tal y tal día, denle pa' acá. And then you will get paid there. But then, when Presidente lo tumbaron, we was like scattered. And we would get shows left to right, pero ya no era lo mismo, you know? So it's like, después llegaron la gente a promocionarse to Instagram because, you know, like now everything is on your phone.
Yeah.
So like, you know, now people shop on their phone. Nobody go to the mall, nobody go to downtown. Some people still do, ¿tú me entiendes? Pero nosotros la juventud, we're nowhere near. We're like H&M, oh, I sell aquí, let me get this discount from over here.
Yeah.
And, you know, this and this and this and that. And it was just, it was, lo que pasó con la pizzería, it was happening with everything. Like, you know, pizza shop, you had to go to the pizza shop to get it. Después llegó Domino, pizza, they deliver it to your house. ¿A qué vas tú para la pizzería?
True.
So that's happening now. So unless you don't have, unless your business is a service, haircut, transportation, ain't nobody going out to see you.
Right.
So like when that happened, all business was like, yo, we got to promote ourselves to Instagram. And that's where we came in and it was like, yo, son tanto, because you're going to have 10,000 people see you there. Nice. And then after that, it just died down. So we're back to step one, reinventing ourselves.
Before we get to the next question, guys, again, this is an interactive show, so if you have any questions for Ivan Manito, place them in the chat. Towards the last 5 minutes on the interview, we'll have Ivan answer as many questions as he can. Yes. So keep dropping those questions. We will get to them, so keep it up. So we are here in the LMP studios. So before they renovated the LMP studios, you had a show that was called Section 8 is Ballin'. And we do know that Section 8 is Ballin' still exists, but not in the podcast form. So what's going on with Section 8 is balling?
So Section 8 is balling. Section 8 is balling is a group. Is me, Brenda, Tommy, Alamo.
Shout out to everybody out there.
Dominican Providence, D, Carlito. And we were pretty much, this was home for us at
Right.
the peak when they had the studio next door.
Right, that's where we met.
So that's funny. So
She just saw Jumanji, so give her a break.
that was funny. Cause yo lo estaba yendo también, and I was like, is it my earbuds? Is it my gift?
Niggas, I was really scared though. I was really scared. I'm just like, si esta vaina se explota yo aquí.
Yo, we need a camera for
Niggas
Splu.
Splu like, ¿a qué le di?
Oye, yo dije, bueno. No tengo cuarto para esta vaina.
Yo.
It's okay, you didn't break it yet.
Back to
So
That's
Section 8 was a group that we invented so we could, not invented, a group that we made so we could all work together. So every Thursday,
Right.
religiously, we would meet here and we would create skits and as well as interview artists, you know.
Right.
And if an artist estaba de gira por aquí, this was a platform that they would use because, you know, LMP is really big.
correct.
So we would interview the artists and then from there we would do a skit with them. So everybody will get the same exposure. ¿Tú me entiendes? And that happened. I think what went wrong there, we started not accepting, it's like at one point, we're so humble that anyone that wanted to meet us or record with us, they knew where to find us.
Right.
So we would have like 20, 30 people in the studio. So it's like, all right, we have to stop this. Entonces when we stopped it, LMP started renovating. So instead of having a podcast or a show, we kind of want to like just go into short film, more comedy, more sketch,
Right.
and work on our stand-up. And we did that in the Art Factory. We had a great
Yes, the
year.
Art Factory,
We
yeah.
had a great year, but había una loca ahí que...
Ella bien,
Nah, bro,
muchacho.
you wow. Yo prefiero tener una mujer preñada y no esa al lado.
Jesús.
Hablando de mujer, you did a perfect segue to my next question. If anybody else has any questions for Ivan, feel free to jump in. And I know you're gonna have a nice little anecdote about Ivan, so we're gonna get to that too. As I alluded to before, don't get nervous. As I alluded to before, not only are you a personal friend of mine, you always giving me advice. You see me do stand-up. You were there when I did my first stand-up. I had Adele Ortiz. I had A Tu Edad. I had everybody. It was crazy when I got back on stand-up. But aside from you being a personal friend of mine, I also said I'm a fan. And by being a fan, I'm always looking at your content. And I'm always also reading the comments. Some are positive. You have some people that leave some negative comments. You've been very popular with Emily, right? Emily, am I saying it right? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Vibras de Emily, you know, we'll talk about that to her candle business. But you also do skits with Emily. And a lot of people, and I've seen these comments constantly, and I read them, and I'm like, these people have no sense of humor. They're saying that you guys, as a couple, are embracing a toxic relationship culture.
No.
What do you say to that? But I've seen those comments, you know.
So when I did skits with Emily,
Right,
they weren't popping.
Right.
So nobody was, paying attention. So those who follow me from the beginning know who she is.
Correct.
Those who just started following me now don't know that this is real. Like she has my password.
Yeah.
So whenever she feels like arguing, if I'm on the camera, yo no le puedo pelear because it goes to social media.
Correct.
So she has that power over the fact that si yo vengo y te digo, con qué tigre tú estabas, right there I'm recording you. You got to think about your answer because this could go sideways real easy.
Right.
Right? So it came to a point where she felt that my social media was my life.
Okay.
So that's how that started.
Right.
So she was like, so tú quieres estar viviendo ahí, entonces yo voy a grabar todos los pleitos nosotros y los voy a subir. I'm like, no, you're not. And then all of a sudden, she has my password, and I'm like, who put that up? I didn't post that up. She's like, well, I have your password. No te gusta, ¿verdad? And I'm like, yo, people are going to think this and this and this and that.
Right.
I know how to deal with whatever they throw at me.
Correct.
Are you ready? She's like, I don't care. I don't come out. I'm like, oh, okay. And from there, ya es solo de ella. Whenever she has a bit, whatever she's feeling, ella coge el teléfono.
Right. Okay. That's good. So how would you deal? What advice would you give to people who do deal with negative comments? Not only whatever they're doing, like what should they be discouraged? Should they continue? What advice would you give somebody?
If don't pay attention to it.
Basically.
Like Just don't.
Deactivate the fucking comments.
Just bro. Listen, like I said, I don't even do dark in dark comedy in my Instagram, and I love it. But from time to time, you know, yo tiro mi puya, and like there's the church skits that I do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, tú sabes lo malo que yo soy, que yo hago algo controversial de religión y vaina,
Yeah.
y yo lo tiro los domingos,
Damn.
Porque yo
Salvaje.
sé, sí, porque, oye, si tú vienes a hablar, ¿cómo tú vas a venir? First of all, you understand that this is a comedy page,
Right.
right? Except when Emily's on it.
Oh, shit.
Ese no duerme en su casa.
Bueno.
No, amigo.
Yo, I'm gonna give you my address if you need to sleep over my house, bro. I
when
got you.
she's on it, it's real.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, this is my life, right? But anything out of that, you know, is edited.
Right.
Lo de ella no, lo de ella is this is what's
It's on
happening.
point, yeah.
¿Tú me entiendes? So, I lost my train of thoughts. So when I go and I post something on a Sunday where it has to be religion, y alguien viene, ay, que con la palabra de Dios no, que cómo tú vas a hacer eso, I'll be like, o sea que tú un domingo, en vez de coger para la iglesia, estás gastando tu tiempo aquí conmigo. Right? So I just, you know, like, whatever they give me, I always get them with positive.
Right.
Get them with positive. Ay, tú sí eres feo, muchacha, yo soy tan feo que me dieron una galleta y por eso me quedé así cuando chiquito.
Right.
Nobody's gonna kill my vibe. The only person that can kill my vibe is Emily. It's that simple.
Very well said.
Only Emily can kill my vibe. Other
That's
than
just
that,
it.
like, yo, you can write the most
Es
horrific.
que él no quiere ir a la casa. Él está loco porque lo vote.
sorry.
Eso es porque vamos para este ahorita.
Like, I could not, like, there's no, this is how I say to everybody. No one, I say this in my seminars, I say everywhere, no one cares about you at all. And especially,
Ya
like,
pues
yo,
es verdad que Billy no lo quiere.
no, this is some real shit. No one cares about you. And sometimes even in your house, people don't care about you.
Ay, mi madre.
So
sad.
when,
Ya me involucró.
when you take people from social media serious, you have a problem. Go check yourself. Because this is a phone. And this you can easily ignore it like that.
Yeah.
Ya, lo que esté pasando ahí no es problema mío.
Right.
So if you can't do that, that's not for you. Because there's a lot of mean people. If you don't know how to be mean or you don't know how to defend yourself, don't do it. Si tú tienes complejo, no salga. ¿Quién no sale por complejo?
That's
Right.
a fact.
Yeah.
Emily. She,
Bueno, lo de.
it's the truth. She's not. She's like,
Como el mensaje que tú dices, we're not responsible for the messages
Yes,
of
the
Ivan.
views or you.
no,
The views
Yeah,
and
so-
opinions expressed by Ivan
Are
Manito.
his problem.
think about it.
Yeah.
Si no, ella hubiera salido, pero que muchas mujeres. Yo,
para.
it's the truth.
No.
Si tres mujeres
Se
están,
entiende.
bro, if there's 3 women in a deserted island, 2 se juntan para hablar de una.
Yeah, I never saw it like that.
Imagínate,
That's crazy.
imagínate
I never
social
saw
media.
it like that. Ladies. Muchacho, el diablo está loco, buscando una puñalada.
Bro,
Hey, Ivan, te la doy de lejito.
I'm so confused. We came out the losers in
Right?
this one.
no.
I don't know what happened, but
Like,
we
you know,
talked about mean
you're on
people.
social media, right?
Yeah.
And you sing beautifully. Like, if you see, like, I tear
Yes.
a veces. I just, you know,
No, yeah,
sensitive. I
she
mean, se me
does.
sale, I can't see people sing. Se me salen la
Yo lloro, yo lloro.
salen. I just be there, and my boy be like, hey, money, cállate.
Le dio en el corazón.
Let my tears go down, right? And you sing nice, ¿tú me entiendes?
Nice. Y ese insulto.
Y es verdad, y esa falta de respeto.
Lovely.
Di que sácamelo del estudio, por
You saw the
favor.
reaction, right? All positive. Pero así mismo puede ser negativa.
Claro.
It's
¿Tú
true.
me entiendes? So you have to be careful. You got to know how to handle that, right? So that's the same thing with social media. If you don't know how to handle it, don't be on it. Like 90% of my jokes don't go to social media just because I don't want to deal with people.
Right.
Wow.
I'd rather write them in and then slide them in nice. Oh shit, tú tenías bacon. Nice.
Question. How do you select your content?
How do I select? Just the dumber, the better. That's why for social media. Because I could say some smart shit and then if 2 people be like, te la comiste. Now I could say some shit like, ay, está bonita esa camisa. No viene de hombre. And I'd be like, wow. So, you know,
Nailed it.
like,
You see?
Nailed it.
Who like
Dying.
right? Bro. And then, you know, and then I could, like, for example, this is one of, like, the way I promote is fucked up too. Like, you know, you're a singer. I remember some dude sent me this song and, you know, it's a joke, remember, it's a joke. And I was like, loco, la canción está heavy. Me recuerda a mi amiguito que yo tenía. Sí, ¿cómo así? No, que yo sabía, el amiguito mío estaba en el hospital y yo fui al hospital a visitarlo. He's in a coma. But, you gotta visit these people porque ellos te oyen. And, I'm there listening, to your song with my boy in a coma.
Where is this going?
And this dude, oye, I'm telling you, this is a joke. And I'm like, yo estoy aquí en el hospital, my boy's in a coma, and we're listening to your song, bro. And I'm bumping that shit. And out of nowhere, my boy wakes up from the coma, bro. Y apaga la canción tuya.
Apaga la canción.
Apaga la canción. That's fucked up.
No, él no perdona. Él no perdona.
Yo me sentí mal, pero he heard it.
Hey, esa
canción
levanta
I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Ivan, right? Somebody just asked, for someone that doesn't know about comedy, what do you mean that you do dark comedy? Can you explain to people actually what
dark comedy is where your sense of humor is not up to par. For example, if you're a Knicks fan, the last wish you could have is for the Knicks to carry your casket so they can let you down one more time.
Oh my
right?
God. I like that. I'm gonna use that. Just so you know.
That's comedy. But not a lot of people gonna be like, diablo. Everybody either don't get it.
There's 3 dudes watching this like, fuck
Knicks,
Ivan, man.
Why let him down?
Fuck that nigga. What's wrong with him?
Right?
Talk about the Knicks like that.
So
I believe dark comedy is almost like those dark memes. I saw recently a dark meme. It's the Grim Reaper. He's playing those little toys where you get like the toys out, and I think he's saying Betty White, Betty White, Betty White, and then he's like, oh shit, who's the little Juice World that died? He's like, oh shit, who's little Juice World?
Oh my God,
that's dark.
Too early.
That's dark, but the Grim Reaper.
You going to hell.
That's dark comedy.
The internet is the best at it.
Yeah, that's what dark comedy is. So speaking of the internet,
wait, can I say Boy
sure.
Wonder? Thanks.
Oh, that's my cousin, by the way. Shout out to Junito, Boy Wonder. So real quick, Ivan, when it comes,
keep on falling.
When it comes to these social media algorithm, and as we all know, Instagram recently implemented something where only the influencer or the account holder could see how many likes they have on their account, the total amount of likes. Because what we see, when I see your page, I see liked by Natalia Official and thousands of others. So is that a positive or a negative that we can no longer see an actual view count?
That is, I actually,
I know you have a video on this, but
follow me on YouTube. Bro.
Yeah.
So I have a video on that, and I said the same. I said it is the reason why they did it is not that. It is obvious that Facebook wants you to pay for more publicity, right? If you notice that when you go to your Instagram and you hit the promote button, with that $10, you're reaching less people than before, right?
I did that.
Diantro, sí, es verdad.
Way less, right? So ellos se agarraron de la idea, which is not a made up, it's not, tú me entiendes, es la realidad. There's a lot of people doing stupid stuff on social media.
Yeah. Yes,
a lot.
Yeah.
Way too
like,
many.
like, me voy a cortar este dedo.
The type
Next video, wow, 50 views por un dedo menos.
Yeah.
Right? And there's people jumping off buildings.
This one guy jumped onto a microwave and almost killed himself.
There's people out here turning themselves on fire for these views and shit. They put in their life effort.
For clout.
So they figure, si le quitamos los views y los likes, then, they don't have to worry about that. Only they can see it. So, ¿qué pasa? Now you're not focused on views and likes. In content. People don't care. They'll still sell themselves on fire.
Right.
Just to be like, look how much I got there. Because now you can't see it. Pero eso lo que da la iniciativa es que nadie va a saber if your video flops or not, because of the algorithm. Because the algorithm just tells you the same thing. Just post every day. Post. You hit it, you don't, but as long as you post, él no va allá para donde tirarte. Si tú pones 3 videos, va a buscar más gente que lo vea, no la misma.
Right.
¿Tú me entiendes? A veces when you follow somebody and they out, y te ponen el concierto entero de Aluel in the feeds, you just like, dime, right? Pero you see all the posts because that person is active.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the only advice I could give anyway. If you're on Instagram, you want to get famous, post. Always. And that's it. Pero,
do hashtags help?
Yeah, you can hashtag is very important too. But post, right? And ¿qué pasa? Now that you can't see the views and like, now I could do a video with anyone. Right? Yo cojo un video contigo, si el video se da mal o no, you do it again because nadie vio los números.
Right.
So you don't have people out there judging. Oh, cuando hizo un video con Cryptid, nada más fueron 30. Cuando hizo con Natala, 40. Cuando lo hizo con Plus, 60. You know, now everybody get the same thing. Now it's the content. Like, oh, el video estaba heavy. You know? Right. There's girls out there que no saben hacer un video sin enseñar la nalga.
We actually we spoke about that last week with Black Rose.
Like, Black Rose brought that point up.
Yeah.
Like, había una que además le falta salir en cuera. Yo le dije, yo le voy a dar todos los likes hasta que salga en cuera. Bro, it's just, you know, it's not easy. It's a job just like any other. And this one doesn't pay at all for the first years. Wow. Still, I'm doing this like for 4 years. I had some great years, but it's not always some great. Este como when you got that girl que te hace caso y te da una chuleadita, and then she be like, yo no estoy en ti.
Bye.
Yeah.
And then you just like, dude.
Yo tengo un par de
You was good for the weekend.
So now everybody.
Mira, Cryptid, muchacho, el diablo.
Now everybody knows que tú estás bacano, pero está explotado.
Yeah. So now getting to your achievements, we did mention that los Premios Primavera not only nominated you but granted you Comedian of the Year.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
All right.
Congratulations, my man.
So this is the part of the interview because Natalia was there live and in charge, and I'm gonna have Natalia take over and let us know how that went.
Hey, can I bring a point up real quick?
Go ahead.
Natalia actually gave a great interview to Ivan.
Wow, thank
I
you.
think they were both under some heavy influence of happy juice.
Happy juice.
What interview?
It was very
Ivan
happy
don't
juice.
remember.
They don't even remember.
I wish I could find it. So
I said, hey, Natalia. She said, here, a beer. That's it.
Here, beer.
Eso es lo que tú te acuerdas, mijo.
That's it.
So Natalia, take it away.
We'll share. Okay, so it was great seeing you there. It was great. How did you feel attaining the award?
When I got it, I was like, you know, it's the first time I believe these premios out there, right? So it's always that, you know, I didn't think it was real the whole time.
Is it a Dominican owned? To my understanding, is it Dominican?
Premio
I think it's
Primavera.
the first year.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I've heard within the people.
Why did it
there.
happen in the fall though?
Yo, that's.
No, keep us.
But it should have been